Kim from Shark. So we're gonna raffle it off today. I'm super thankful that each one of you have come. Truly, and I know we're gonna have people on Zoom too that like really want to be here, but it's a new quarter. We've got a ton of fun things kicking. I want to say we've had the ability to be in front of region and to really evaluate the things that we've been working on and compare it against what's happening in the states around us, in the, the other competing brokerages around us. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, but yesterday it was very clear from the training to how we're trying to rebuild culture to the way that we're pouring into each other and trying to kind of just be agent service first, profit will come later, kind of a mindset. It's where we need to be. Okay, so I know that I'm dedicated like this and forever until I am not your TL, or well, actually until you don't know me, dedicated to just jumping into your guys' businesses and loving you and making sure we can find all the things. Okay. So are we like officially going?
We should be.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Do we know how many, who do we have? We have Courtney, we have Karen, Daniel, Michelle. Okay, we got a few kicking. Okay. Hi, I'm Rachel. Y'all know me. I love you. Hi. Okay, so we're gonna start our team meeting. We've had a lot of things happen this last quarter, and we have a lot of things happening this next quarter. And I just wanted you guys to know that each one of these components is meant to feed you as an agent, you as a person, and your clients. Okay. So none of this is self-serving for us. It's just genuinely like pouring back into you. And we've been really, I think, taking into consideration Kyle, wherever he is, and Alex, and what do you guys need? What do you guys want? And how can we jump back into that? So we're going to go. Okay, agenda, we're going to do bucket fills. Oh shoot, I got to go get the chill pill. Inspirational moment, leadership and ALC. We're going to talk a little bit about birthdays, anniversaries, culture award. We're going to talk about that. OP moments. Alex is going to come up and do his thing. Broker update, awards and recognitions, some command stuff, market trends, wants and needs, and some office announcements. Okay. So we are not heathens. You guys can get up and use the restroom anytime you need. It is to the back. If you guys have questions online, unmute and speak up, and we will pause and let you guys do what you gotta do. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go get the chill pill though. I have a red one being made, no judging. So for the bucket fills, we're gonna toss the chill pill around. Okay, because clearly someone else helped us chill out. Okay. So my son's therapist crochets, so she's making me a red one to match the office. I know.
Right.
Don't look at me like that.
A little microphone in there. And...
I know. Yes.
So what is the purpose of the chill pill?
Well, someone helped you chill out, right? If you're given a bucket fill.
Get it.
Get it? Yeah. I know. He hired me. All right. So bucket fills. Who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Hey, and he's not even sitting here anywhere. Okay. Well, I just want to do a shout out to Kyle Gomez. Where are you?
Gomez.
Usually
Usually he calls when I yell.
I know. Just to fill his bucket, he's here all the time. He answers all the questions. He takes interruptions all day long. Gosh knows how he gets all of his stuff done, but he does it with a smile on his face. And he does it with such chilled attitude. So
True.
I'm bragging on you. I know where you are.
I know. Why does it always happen? You don't want to shout someone out and they're like, no.
But anyway, yeah. So that goes a shout out to Kyle.
I love it. Okay.
Fill his bucket.
We'll fill his bucket. Well, it's recorded, so we'll make him watch it. Okay, who else?
Come on now.
Okay, give it back.
I'm gonna throw this at somebody. Who? What? Who? Who's got?
Yeah,
who's
let's get
got?
three.
We get 3. Yeah. Who's gone?
Oh.
Looks like a first pitch at a baseline.
Yeah.
Someone dropped the chill pill route.
It was a book.
I guess you gotta go.
Gotta work on that relief.
Oh,
I
right.
know.
My wallet.
I
Gotta work on that relief.
All right, Miss Lacy,
Uh,
you missed your shout out, Mr. Gomez.
to Michael, who actually like comes to our meetings and stays the whole entire time.
I know.
Doesn't just drop off food and leave, but actually stays and answers our questions.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
yes, it's been fun collaborating with you, man.
We're talking about the same guy.
Yeah.
Different when you're friends,
I like this show, Bill.
right? Okay, I want to give my shout out to Miss Deborah.
In fact, she asked where you were yesterday.
I know. And I'm not trying to make you cry, but she was gone for a couple weeks. And I'm gonna tell you that, Kyle and I were talking about it, like, we felt it. We felt her not being in the office. She's always consistent. She's in the front. She's always there to greet us with a smile and give us a hug if we need it. It's like you're the mom of the office.
Oh, dear.
And I need a mom, so we all need a mom, okay? So, but Deborah, thank you for just being such an intricate part of us, and we love you, and I'm trying very hard not to cry. Crystal says I need to stop crying. Okay. Okay, all right, so we're gonna keep going. Oh, you have one? Got it.
Yeah.
Bryce, what do you got?
It's you.
you
You've
start
helped me develop a critical path in my niche. Okay, we talked about my niche
Yes,
and like I said, critical path. First things first, what to do, and how it can finally get built up.
I love it. Thank you, Bryce. I love you too. You got one, Lena?
Of course.
See, it's like one person, two people, then everybody, I love it.
Afraid of catching it, that's why.
Yeah.
Speak up.
I gotta go to third.
Kyle and Rachel, you guys helped so much on my last deal. I got lost at the end, so trying to get that DA done and.
Are you closed?
I am close.
Okay.
I'm so happy, but.
So everybody, Rosanna got to close on her own house.
She's a homeowner now.
She is a homeowner. She gets to start her new world and design her life by design. So we are excited for you, girl. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
I want to give kudos to Kyle because I sit in some of his classes thinking, I don't really need to sit in on this. And then it's just an eye opener every time.
I know. He said that yesterday. You are a very wickedly smart man.
Nah.
Mm-hmm. You're not throw it, hit me in the face because, okay, chill pill stays. All right, that was awesome. Thank you, guys. Okay, obviously, we always have Kelly as one of our sponsors, but we're gonna open it up to Mr. Chad right now. So Chad with homes.com. If anybody's been in the office, we've been flooded with their big marketing boxes. Okay, we've all heard about them. I know that there's actually a couple testimonials. In fact, Andrew Bloom was like, I might have to just sit down with homes.com. I was just talking to him a few days ago. So there's been some good success stories from that. There's a lot of whatever's around Zillow right now. So this is a good alternative to helping us boost. And I like the fact that it's kind of based off your production. And so it feels more like it's based around where you're sitting in your business. Okay. So Mr. Chad with homes.com, please come up. Did you share the whole thing, my dear? The whole. I have the full business presentation.
I haven't put up the Canvas, so.
Okay. Oh, we're good then. We'll just read. Well, go through your thing. So ask away, guys, because from what I understand, there's also just registering allows you to.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so, well, thanks for having me, Rachel and everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, I've met some of you over the last month or so. But for those of you that don't know me, I'm Chad Wilcox. I'm here locally on the CoStar and homes.com team. Okay, perfect. So, like Rachel was mentioning, the things that we're doing on homes.com is going to benefit all agents, right? So I am going to talk a little bit about the membership benefits, but my goal at the end of this is for anybody that hasn't registered or claimed their profile as an agent, at least please do that, after we're done here today. I am bringing in lunch or having lunch delivered, so I'm going to hang around as well. So anybody that has individual questions, afterwards, I'll be here to kind of talk through, or if you want to talk through your individual profile, anything like that, happy to help you and walk through that. So, we launched homes.com for agents basically with the Super Bowl is where we kicked off our big marketing campaign. So I'm going to talk through that. I'm going to talk through some of the things on the site that are specifically different than what you would see with Zillow and Realtor. And then definitely how it benefits agents, right? So some of the things that we do differently from the other real estate portal sites that we think is more beneficial to agents and easier on the customer. So I'll get into it and get a little bit of background here. So let's see this way to go through. All right. So for those of you that don't know who CoStar Group is, right? We own homes.com. We bought homes.com about 2 years ago. So if anybody's used homes.com, 3-4 years ago, nothing from the previous site remains, none of the same people. We basically just kept the name and then rebuilt the entire site. So I work on the commercial side of things. Like I work with a lot of commercial brokers and owners with CoStar and LoopNet. But if anybody's familiar with CoStar Group or some of our other brands, which I'm going to show here in a second, the reason that we're able to have the resources to do this marketing campaign that I'll highlight here is we've been around for 40 years in the real estate space. This is our first foray into the residential space, but we're publicly traded. Like I said, we're the leaders in the commercial space and hospitality space and land and all these other areas. So we're now going to, like I said, attack the residential space. Here's some of the other brands. I feel like apartments.com is probably the most recognizable brand when it comes to the general public. We've been running commercials with apartments.com for 10 years now with Jeff Goldblum. So that's probably, it's really similar to what we're going to be doing with homes.com, right? With the marketing campaign and continuously getting that public awareness. So when we went to build out the new homes.com site, what we did is over the last year and a half, we did a bunch of focus groups with agents, buyers and sellers, asking them what they did or didn't like about the current models and options out there. So a lot of what we did with homes.com and the new site is based on feedback from folks like yourself, as well as the consumers who are using these sites about what they did or didn't like. So now basically the only thing that remains from homes.com in the previous iteration is the name. Okay, so we've rebuilt the site, added some proprietary content, which I'll talk about with neighborhoods and schools specifically. And then we've built the only your listing, your lead profile or real estate portal. So what that means basically is any listing that you do have, your information is going to be the only information on that listing. So
Pause real quick.
Sure.
So
I'm familiar with that part of it where they give your, like if someone
So what
clicks on it,
happens,
they
right?
send it, yeah.
they sell those buyer leads, right? And they're, okay, they sell their buyer leads, right? And in their Zillow Premier platform, right? Like, so all your leads for the listing that you have that's being solicited, you're giving them their inventory goes where? Not to you.
Yeah.
Highest pick.
So I just want to make sure you guys pick that up.
yeah. So coming from commercial side of things, I was surprised to learn that Zillow and Realtor and these other sites did that. So we are the only your listing, your lead portal. Now Zillow has countered with what we're doing with some new products like Showcase and different things where they can charge you money to put your name back on your listing, which is interesting. But the reason I want to emphasize that this is going to benefit all agents. This is not just for people who decide to pursue the membership with us. This is for all agents. So if you have 10 listings, your information is going to be on all 10 listings, whether you're a member with us or not. Any lead that comes in on one of those listings goes to you and you alone. All right. So one-to-one connection. We don't then go turn around and sell that lead to whoever's paying for that zip code or paying for that area. Okay. So it's really important to understand. It's a one-to-one connection. That lead only belongs to that listing agent. Now, the same principle applies on your agent profile, which I'm going to get into in just a little bit. So essentially, if somebody comes on your agent profile through the neighborhoods that you've worked in, school attendance zones, that lead that comes to you on your agent profile only goes to you as well. Okay, everybody understand that? All right. So Rachel has already, kind of previewing this, but if you go and look at Zillow or Realtor.com, you really won't see the listing agent's information featured anywhere. It'll say request tour, contact agent. I know that's a little bit small. So what happens when I click contact agent or request tour, my information is then sold off to whoever's paying for that. Okay. So as a consumer, I'm then contacted by dozens and dozens of people, calls, emails, texts, everybody but the listing agent. Right. And then the listing agent never receives that lead. Right. Same thing on realtor.com. Right. You won't see the listing agent's information. When I pull up a homes.com example, and we'll show a real example here, you'll see the listing information or listing agent information featured prominently. I can call her, I can text her, I can send her a message, and that only goes to that listing agent. All right. All right. So there's some other parts of the site, which I'm going to get into here in just a second, where we highlight agents both in the directory as well as any neighborhoods or schools that you've done deals in. So I'm going to see if I can.
We've got like 5 minutes.
5 more minutes? Okay. So, all right.
Take all the time. you
Well, he'll be here too. right?
Yeah.
That's why he's gonna stick around to answer those questions with your guys' profiles with you and really dig into it.
Yep. So, thanks for letting me know that. So I know. All right. So just on the site, I would really encourage you all to check out the neighborhood piece and the school piece. So these are the two areas of content that are unique to our site. So what we did with basically the power of CoStar, if you're familiar with CoStar at all, we have researchers and our own content team and all these folks that basically build out our different sites. So we sent them out across the country to document neighborhoods. So essentially I can go and look at neighborhoods with low crime scores that match my price range, and then look at a profile for Moon Valley or Norterra, and it'll basically give me a video, photos, all this information about what it's like to live, work, and play in these neighborhoods. All right.
Very cool.
And then we do the same thing with the schools, where we're the only site that has both niche grade and great schools ratings combined. So you can go and look for top rated schools, who has the best sports programs, student teacher ratio, whatever's important to you, and then find top rated schools. Now, the biggest thing is that we highlight agents who specialize in those neighborhoods and in those schools. It's not just who has listings, it's who's done deals there. Okay, so people coming out of Market, California, Washington State, they can then find you, right, and then connect with you directly in that one-to-one connection. Okay, so
It's like a thing people.
so I would really encourage you, and we can go into one of these individually after the meeting. So out of time, I'll skip through this, but you'll see some of the neighborhoods here. So definitely look into that, and I'll get back into this real quick to finish up a couple of slides. I think you can go full screen here.
So the agent dashboard is a paid portion.
So not all of it, right? So there is some tools, like I said, when you claim your profile, you'll have a lot of the tools that are available to paid members or unpaid members. Some of the things you can do is connect with clients. You can definitely see where your leads come in. You can see the analytics, right? So of your listings, of your agent profile, you can see how many views you've gotten versus other listings in the area. You can do CMAs against other listings in the area. You can also interact directly with any buyers that you're working with. So essentially, if you have buyers, you can invite them to connect with you on homes.com, and then you can send them recommendations back and forth without having to send links and different things like that. You can actually see their activity, see what they've favorited. You can share searches directly with them as well. I think it's stuck on me. Here's an example of that. And then I'll just wrap up with just a couple of the membership benefits. And like I said, I'll be around here to dive into this individually or your individual profile. Like Rachel mentioned, the pricing is based on your production. Sorry, Casey, go ahead. Yeah, I believe so, as long as they've registered on homes.com as a user. So I'll come over and meet with you on that afterwards to test it, because I wanted to test that with you. All right, so this is some of the listing performance reports, and I'll wrap up in 1 minute. It's,
Quick question, Chad.
sure.
Dashboard is the benefit of having membership. You don't have this dashboard if you're just on the site without it.
No, so you will have some of these tools, some of the member benefits, which I'll touch on to wrap up. So we include retargeting on both your member profile and your listings, and then it's all about placement. Okay, so members receive top placement on both their listings and their agent profile in all the areas they've done deals. So they're going to have higher exposure than non-members, right? So that's the biggest difference in the memberships, not so much the tools, it's about the retargeting, which is the example here. And then the number of views and amount of exposure. All right, so this is talking about where we're at with views. Right now we're number 2 to Zillow, right? But we're trending upward. And I just want to finish up with the marketing campaign. So again, I'm happy to meet with all of you individually, since it is up to each agent. And for time purposes, I don't, be respectful of Rachel's schedule here. So I don't know if you can see that, but basically when it talks about the membership, we promote your listings to the top, right? So your listings are going to get, I think it's 182 times more views and exposure than non-members listings. All right. And then we also promote you across all the neighborhoods and school zones that you've done deals in. So it's not just where you have listings, right? When I see other members in this area, it's going to show the members at the top. Okay. So we need to wrap it, I'm assuming.
Oh, well, I mean, you were gonna go on the pricing.
Well, so the pricing is individual agent based. Okay. So the 2 factors that determine what pricing bucket you go into is the average deal size over the last 3 years from the MLS, okay, and average number of listings. All right, so the pricing ranges I've seen from $100 a month up to several thousand a month for some really heavy hitters. So I'm happy to, review individual pricing with everybody. And then certainly I can dive into some more specifics on the site and everything on a one-on-one basis. I'm here locally, like I said, so I can come meet in person, meet for coffee, lunch, and discuss pricing, or Zoom if that's easier for everybody. So,
Perfect.
all right.
I love it. So he's
Okay.
here.
Yep, I'm gonna stay around for
Yeah.
lunch.
And as a reminder, there's like this statistic, right? That like 91% of buyers actually start their home search online. Okay, 54-ish, something like that, of them actually find their home online. They don't
Yep.
purchase it online, they find it online. Okay, so just when you're thinking, and then your lead's your lead, that's kind of neat. Like it. All right, okay, we're gonna go back in. We're gonna get some stuff done too. All right, real quick, I'm gonna bring up Mr. Kent, and then Mike is right afterwards, introduce, and then quick brief overview of your product. Okay, okay,
Oh, all right, we're already there.
look into Brian Moran's thing. Okay.
Okay,
I guess I'll-
nobody, good.
Okay,
All right, hey guys, my name's Kent. I'm with a company called One Home Solution. So let me just start off by asking you guys, do you guys ever have your clients, your buyers, sellers ask you, if you have any referrals, any good contractors that you know of, plumbers, electricians, handyman, anything like that? Does that ever happen to you guys? Yeah, if you nod heads. So that's essentially where One Home Solution comes in. Wait, is this my PowerPoint? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused. Let me get mine plugged in really quick,
well,
if I have.
might be a little, yeah, we're gonna have to navigate it through. Well, let's share how your thing it like
Okay,
go through like your seasonal packages and some of that.
Yep.
He's got a pretty guess.
Okay. no worries. So basically, we are an app-enabled, membership-based, single source home maintenance and repair company. So we can do anything from the simple things like changing a light bulb to landscaping to remodeling an entire bathroom. Everything is scheduled directly within the app. So if there's anything that you need, you can literally go and tell us exactly what you need. and pick your day and time. So we kind of eliminate the whole 4-hour window waiting for a contractor to show up. Everything is done exactly on your schedule. And we have a team of in-house handymen that we dispatch for all of our projects and work that we do. So our in-house handyman is only $70 an hour, but that is prorated. So if we're just there for 15 or 20 minutes for a simple little, changing out a flapper valve or something like that, you're only getting charged for 15 or 20 minutes. So we make it very easy and very affordable by providing you professional handyman as well as a reliable network of contractors to work with. So with all of our contractors, we have pre-negotiated rates with them, and then we share those savings with our members so that home maintenance is a lot more affordable for you guys. And then our members also get a seasonal reoccurring maintenance program. So we actually come by the house 4 times a year. We do the essential maintenance tasks like changing your HVAC filters, replacing the salt in your water softener, replacing the batteries in your smoke detectors, cleaning sink aerators, flushing hot water heaters, lubricating garage doors, clearing drains. So basically all the essential tasks to keep your house running smoothly and efficiently. And all of that is absolutely free. It's a $1,500 value. All of our members get. So it just makes it extremely easy for you guys to be able to manage, all the tasks that come up in your home, handle all of the, the honey-do list, the odds and ends that come up, and just gives you a really reliable source. So the cost of the program, so it's either $49 a month or $500 a year. Keep in mind, you get the seasonal program, which is a $1,500 value. For our partners, for our agents, we want you guys to be able to refer this to your clients with a $100 discount. So if they put your name in for the promo code, they'll be able to get $100 off. They could, of course, use this for list. You guys could, of course, recommend this for listing presentations. They could use this to handle their bins or repairs. And then when they move, they can transfer the membership to their new home or leave it with the buyers as a selling gift. And then for you guys, because we know that the only way that you guys can actually talk to your clients about this, and the only way that's going to make sense for them is if you experience it yourself. So for today only, we do want to offer you guys the ability to sign up for only $250. So if you guys look and see the QR code on the back of the brochures, you'll be able to scan the app, register, and then just put in the code KWNE 250 for the promo code so you guys can get your discount. And then you can experience it yourself and keep your house running smoothly and efficiently.
I love it. Raising hands. Who's had to like,
What?
The lenders.
The lenders.
Okay.
That's right. Lenders as well.
but who's had to change light bulbs and filters and do those things, okay? So I have a listing coming up. My client is out of state, okay? And she wants me, well, they want me to handle all of the little repairs and things that need to happen during that, right? So I'm gonna sign them up for $49 for the seller, for that duration of the listing. So if any of those things need to happen, I am not, if you've watched my social, in heels and white and a pencil skirt, doing things that, require ladders and, a construction hat. So, and I have some like other repair items that I need to happen, right? So I get one place,
Yeah, makes
one place.
it look good for the inspection. Now you have all that stuff taken care of, so we'll get that off the list.
So food for thought. So, okay, Kent, thank you. Thank you
You're
for being gracious.
You're very welcome.
We navigate. Okay, Mike, come up.
Sorry.
Are we gonna run it? Okay. Yes, come, what, you know what, guys?
This is why we're at.
We're gonna get a horn. That's what we're gonna get. Okay, you're.
Sorry, I didn't want to be bald, so. I'm Mike Amin over at Nova Home Loans. Worked with KW offices for a long time. I used to be in the Glendale office and the Goodyear office where I met Kyle many years ago. And I think why Kyle likes me, other than our amazing friendship, is I've always been a resource for his agents. A lot of lenders get up here and just want transactions, right? Like I'm not about that. I want the deals, of course, but mine's always, how can I give you guys value? How can I help you make a deal happen? Even if, I've had scenarios where I find a lender that can do the deal if I can't do it, right? So I try to, my business approach is always, I can help agents in, every single agent in some way, right? I can either be their best friend lender that, goes out to happy hour with them and watch sports together and go on trips together. Or I could just be the guy you call when you just have a quick question and, maybe there's a certain product you need, right? I gave you guys out some flyers today on the knock program. I mean, everyone has very similar products right now, most lenders, right? Like there's now bridge loans has always been kind of a topic I had for many years of like, hey, do you have bridge loans? And I didn't really have them, or if I had them, they were like 9% interest rates and, you know, some crazy prepayment penalties. And so this is a more modern day bridge loan. We all like these disruptors of the industry as I look at homes.com. Knock is a company that we partner with, and HomeLight as well. I have both. I just gave you the Knock flyer, kind of pick out the one that has the best option for the client. But basically what it will do, it's really for a niche thing for your clients. If you have a client that maybe, you know, who in the room's had a client that maybe doesn't want to show their house, right? And you're trying to sell the house and they just don't want anyone in the house, right? It happens. And those are the clients I've done this with, you know, basically they would help the client with me, with my help and with your help. So they don't cut us out of the deal. They had a lending department. They realized they'd rather have a local lender. So I would basically provide the new loan just like I normally would, a conventional Fannie Mae loan up to 30% down. They provide the funds for the down payment, basically by putting essentially a HELOC on the departing residence. And you get to buy the new house non-contingent without selling the property first. And then after they get into the new home, you would help sell that house. So you don't get cut out of the listing either. The catch is they collect a listing fee essentially of 2.4%. So it's having another agent involved. That's what they're in it for. But for you guys, you help potentially a client that maybe wouldn't have bought and sold because they have this fear of people being in their house, or, you know, maybe it's a market where it's even more competitive where you can't get contingent offers accepted like 2021, right? So this would be a product that comes in handy when you need it. But this is basically the epitome of what Nova Home Loans is and what my team is. Like, we're always trying to find new solutions to help you guys make more money.
I like it.
So
We always want to make
that's
some
it.
money. Okay,
Cool. All right.
round of applause for our peoples. Okay, thank you. All right, as always, our sponsored preferred vendors that we've been working with for quite some time. Okay, we're gonna go past that. I didn't find a video. You guys know who we are. If you don't, shame on you. You should come into the office more. Okay, birthdays. Ooh, so we have Balin and Bloom and Jennifer, our Christian, well, wifey. Miss Laura Christensen, Mr. Casey, Lisa, Janet, Tom, and Tim. And Tom just had knee surgery. So huge happy birthday to them. That's super fun.
And today's actually Jennifer's birthday, so.
Well, happy birthday.
Parting gifts.
Happy birthday, Jennifer. Yes, I love it. Okay, we have some anniversaries. So we have Mr. Richard on Team Excellence, Mr. Hoffman, Mr. Melendi. Where's my rent?
You know, I have a name.
Where's my
last
rent?
Name was not my first name.
Where's my rent?
I'm just saying.
Miss
My first
Deborah.
name is too.
And Deborah also just had surgery, so if we can keep her and Tom in mind, she's at 2 years. Miss Heather Phillips is at 2 years, and Miss KWNE is at 2 years. So congratulations to them for hitting another year in the industry. Okay, Alex, this one is up to date, right? We're good. Okay, so month to date, so far we have taken 8 listings. We know.
Not April, that's March.
Oh, this is March because, okay, that's good because I was like, that's conflicting with what I feel. Okay, so last month we took 8 and then year to date we had taken 29. I can tell you this month is far different, guys. It is like night and day, okay? We know that everybody's jumping into their businesses or working on it. People are coming into the office. We're seeking the knowledge that we need to build the things. If you guys need it, we're building it, we're training on it, we're doing all the things, right? So when we talk about lag and lead measurements, don't worry, we can do a GPS class anytime if you want to learn about those. Anyways, right, all the work that we've been doing over the last couple of months, it's showing up this month and coming into next month. So it's been pretty cool. So with that said, Mr. Alex, I really need to get I want to do that WWE, and we have Alex Bro in the corner, right? I need like a microphone. Okay.
You're awesome. You're all good, so. What's up, guys? All right, I'm sitting in the back of the room and all of you are so damn quiet. Like, where is the energy? So, okay, everybody stand up. Like, this is not, this yeah, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, okay? So, we're gonna do 10 jumping jacks. No, I'm kidding. I needed you guys to like get up and get some energy in you because you guys are way too quiet, right? I'm like, when the coffee machine is louder than you guys, we're gonna fix that problem, okay? So, all right. You guys can sit down now. I just needed you to get up, okay? Okay. All right, listen, raise your hand if you watched Phil Jones and James Shaw on Pivot Shift Ahead, now officially 2 weeks ago. Just Courtney. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, raise your hand if you're even a part of the Pivot Shift Ahead group. Well. Okay, 3. Okay, I see laptops, I see phones. Everybody pull up, grab your phones right now. This is an activity-based moment with me today, okay? Grab your phones. Open Facebook. Once you open Facebook, give everybody a moment to get there. Click the search button. Raise your hand once you've clicked the search button because I want us all to be there at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Type in the word pivot, P-I-V-O-T. Shift is the next word, S-H-I-F-T. And feel free to hit enter there. That should do the trick. And you guys should see a Facebook group that says Pivot Shift Ahead. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, everybody click on that. And guess what you're gonna do? Join it. Yes, thank you. Guys, James Shaw, some of you might be familiar with him. He's done our business planning clinics. He has done ALC clinics. The guy is part of the education department at KWRI, and he started this group 2 months after I became a team leader back in 2020. In 4 years, they have grown this to 120,000 member group. Primarily KW people, but it's not restricted to only KW people. Okay, why is this group important? James does a call every day at 7:30 Eastern. We are all asleep at 4:30 when this is going on. Okay, lucky for them, he streams it to the Facebook group so you can watch it later. Okay, now, are you guys all on that group still, or did you guys already click home and go back to your text message? Yeah, okay. So go back to the Facebook, okay, if you weren't still there, and you know how there's a search button? There should be a search button right at the top in the blue area. I want you to type in Phil Jones. Because otherwise you would have to scroll through like 100 posts to find what I'm telling you. Type in Phil Jones and hit enter. Bryce beat all of you. I can hear it already playing on his phone.
April 10th.
April 10th. Okay. Raise your hand if you know who Phil Jones is. What
do you say?
You guys are all living under a rock.
No.
Just all right, this is why I'm here. I'd like to make sure you guys are excited. Okay.
It's a big walk.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Okay. Phil Jones wrote the book Exactly What to Say. He wrote it for the sales industry, and then he made a real estate one. Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents. Does anybody here have that book? Only our lender, none of our agents. That's awesome.
I've got Audible. I've got an Audible.
You have that book? Okay, good.
Audible.
Okay, $5 on Audible, 15 for the paperback copy. Guys, unless you literally can't afford 15 bucks right now, go to Amazon and order yourself that book. Let me tell you why. I was listening to Phil Jones get interviewed by James Shaw. They're just gold the entire time. I'm going to challenge all of you to dedicate to. By the way, you don't have to watch it, like play it. Put it on your car, Bluetooth, just listen to it. Okay. There is no watching required. They're not like showing the slideshow or anything. They're just them going back and forth. 1 second it's Phil, 1 second it's James. Okay. So when is the worst time to have to know exactly what to say?
In the moment.
Yeah. When you need to say it. Okay. And unfortunately, being honest, I feel that's happening with a lot of agents in our industry. If you haven't sat with someone and practiced how to handle, we had, was it you, Crystal, right? Hey, cool, but, I only want to pay 2% in total commission. How many of you would be scared as shit if I called on you right now to handle that objection? Raise your hand if you would be scared to handle that right now. Because I will call you if you don't raise. Yeah, Crystal got it. Hey, I don't want to pay more than 2% total, including co-broke. Who's ready? You guys are all ready to handle that conversation? You maybe, I believe so. I'm being serious, guys. Like, we are in a skill-based market now. You could have a heartbeat and sell a house in 21 and 22. You know why I know? Because I watched it. Watch it in real time. Have a heartbeat, sell a home. Okay? You know, like, how exciting it is? You guys are going to see the numbers here a little bit later, right? The number of listings. We used to have 10,000 sales close in a month, right? Like, literally, everybody's just like, he's like, I want to watch it now. Okay? So, exactly what to say. Great book, front to back. But what's really cool about it, in the very back of it, there's a field guide. And the field guide, it's broken up into moments. For example, like expired.
Yeah.
And then it says, great, what is the objection or seller question? And then it says, here are your magic words to say to that. Every agent should have that in their car, even if they are procrastinators and go, I'm literally just pulled up to the house and I'm about to walk into the listing appointment. And I picked this up as an expired or as a FSBO or I was circle prospecting, or they're going to ask about price. They're going to ask about commission. And you go, just going to open that up real quick and try to memorize those words before I walk in the door.
And it's only this big.
It's like this big.
It's like-
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, the biggest thing that I want to share with you guys, there is now losing the appointment. There is not getting the listing. There is making excuses as to why you didn't get that listing. But if you want to show up and you want to get paid, you need to be able to understand what to say. That's what people pay us for. They pay us to know exactly what to say. Why I resonate with Phil Jones so much and that book. You should know exactly what to say to make that consumer feel confident that you can help them get to where they need to go. Does that make sense to all of you? Okay. So find a role play partner. Doesn't matter if it's another agent in a brokerage or you're like, you're not even in real estate, but you're gonna be my role play partner. I need to practice this. Okay. Like, I implore you guys, please do not wait to find out at your appointments that you don't know what to say, that you don't know how to handle that situation, because that is the difference. Because as Phil said, too many of us are leaving people in the maybe phase. And maybes are the most expensive decisions. Maybe are the people who didn't end up buying a home in 20 and 21 because they met with a real estate agent that told them that they shouldn't buy a house or it's okay if you think about it, which we all agree. If you didn't buy a home in 2021, like, you probably did not feel good in 22. You're like, what did I do wrong that I didn't buy a house back then? I'm a very transparent person. I bought an investment property in 2020. I sold it exactly 2 years later we made $250,000 in 2 years. Whose life doesn't change with $250,000 in 2 years? And I love that I sold it to Open Door. Glad you overpaid. Okay, I'm being serious, guys. That Bill gets into it, like, everybody that said maybe. And just stayed at maybe and never made a move. Very expensive decision. Okay, so. I don't know, I loved it. So you now are all part of the group. You know now how to find the video. Do you have any questions about any of that? No, all good. Okay, I'm gonna hand it off.
Okay.
I'm off my soapbox.
If anyone wants to take a peek at the book, it just happens to be in my backpack that goes with me.
Very nice.
So you're
Everywhere.
saying the field guide is in the back. of-
Okay, now you guys gotta wait. Now I had to make the show film. Now I gotta-
Yes. It's show and tell, okay? Let's.
My suitcase.
Okay. The field guide is in the back of the book, right?
I don't know if you can consider it in the back.
Okay.
Oh,
How about,
it's like,
how about flashcards? Does anybody?
did you just ask me about flashcards, Bryce?
Yeah.
Stop it. No,
So you're-
you could make it. It's kind of in the back middle.
Oh, good.
Okay. So it has, like you said, types, moments, objection solutions, and magic words to it. So if anyone wants, go ahead and pass it around. All right, thanks, Alex. We appreciate it. All right,
Get rid of that.
give me a new one. I had to fish and fish. I know, you're like,
Can imagine what we were doing with that.
it was in a house, so it was even more appropriate. Okay,
All right.
get up here. What you got to say?
Couple of things. So I'm a little bit shocked at how many people don't know Arizona state law regarding contracts. Okay. If you write a contract and you get an agreement, when does it have to be submitted for review to the brokerage? No, the broker has to review it within 10 days. Right? So if you send it to me on day 10, I'm probably not going to get it till day 11. Right? This is an Arizona state law. This isn't some rule we just made up and said, you guys have to start doing this. It's an audit point. It's $1,000 fine.
And
So
your fine is only
and-
100 if you're late. So like,
it's crazy. I've been in real estate a long time, and this is the only brokerage I've ever been to where I've gotten this much pushback on this subject. So it's not me, it's the law. So 10 days. Okay. We are also required to keep a log of transactions. Okay. And that's how they do their audits. They ask for our log, they pull our clients off our log, and they audit those files. That has to be done by address. So we're doing files in every imaginable way, except address. So when you submit a file, change the name to the address. What comes after that, I don't care. You can say John Smith buyer, doesn't matter. I just need the address. Okay. The other thing that we seem to be lacking on is the plano, the MLS plano. When you submit a file, submit that plano, because it keeps me from having to go to the internet, look up the house and see if it has an HOA. See if it was built before 1978. So it takes time to do those kinds of things. And if I have the plano right there, I can just review it, get it in the file and go. Make sense? So can we all start
cool.
that process?
Yeah, we all want our money.
Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah,
Like, we're talking the opportunity game,
Name.
yeah.
right?
Change it to the
Opportunity.
address.
So you start an opportunity because you just met the client, you don't even know you're gonna write an offer yet, so you just let it default,
Yeah.
right? It's like
Right.
buyer, John
Right.
Smith.
But as soon as you go under contract with a buyer,
Then you go under contract, you
change
go to
that.
the opportunity details, which I know you guys also aren't doing. You should be going there and clicking edit, because you should be adding your appointment dates. You should be adding when you got it under contract. And your estimated close date anyways, you change the name to the address to make his life easier. okay?
Right. I mean,
And then the plano, just one little caveat. The only reason that plano shouldn't be uploaded at the time you go under contract is because the listing agent has been lazy, because we do need the under
We
contract
do that.
pending version of it,
right.
okay? So you go, crap, it's still active. Great, but you better check like every hour after that to see when it got changed under contract, and then call that listing agent and be like, why have you not changed it in MLS yet? Okay, if you upload the active, because you're like, because I wanted Kyle to have that. because I
Right,
already
just remember to
did,
switch it out.
know that you need to go and switch it out, the active is not.
I was gonna say, I don't mind the active one, we'll just ask you to switch it out, right? Like, just switch it out.
It'll come back as like rejected, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? Because it wasn't pending or under contract.
Now, there was some stuff that we were collecting that I don't think we need to collect anymore. Mostly the profile sheet, you know, where you fill out the listing and then you have the client sign that profile sheet. That's all fluff. We don't need that. Like, they're required to verify that, if buyers are required to verify that information anyway. So I really care about that sheet, right? So I've eliminated it from the files. I don't know if you guys have noticed. If you put a file in now, it's not there. So we don't have to have that anymore. And if there's anything else that you guys question, why we collect it, or something you want us to build a tab for that you collect a lot of, we can always change those tabs. I know some agents like to keep receipts. I don't even review them, but I can certainly create a receipts tab.
Perfect.
So you can block all your receipts in if that's going to be beneficial to you. It just makes the list longer.
We also have the option to add additional.
You can add your own, right?
Categories.
Right, you can add your own. Sometimes you don't think about it, right? Like, where are the receipts? Are they in my email?
Do you mind if I give a little?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I hate having to get, I'm right there with you guys, right? I hate getting the MLS input sheet signed, right? Like initials,
Initials,
right?
yeah.
How do we know that they did get their seller to verify it if we don't get a signature from the seller?
How do we know?
Yeah,
I mean, do we care?
if it goes live and then the seller's like, I never approved that.
Well, I mean, we have the listing agreement. We should have a live date on that. Are you asking about the date or are you asking about what the
No,
input?
like what would be on a plan? See,
Yeah.
like what I've always wanted is not the MLS input sheet, but you can get the MLS Plano in a signature form, so they're just signing.
Yeah, you can just sign the Plano, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because the only thing there is like, they'd be like, oh, I didn't know that's what it said in the book. Why did you talk about the new windows? Why didn't you do this? Like.
yeah, I mean, in my private practice, typically I'll send them, you know, when I first get an input and it goes active, I send it to them and have them review it.
Yeah.
You know, I never get them to sign it.
Why?
I just have them review it.
We all-
And they call me on things. They're like, hey, there's a gas stove, not an electric stove. My bad, right? Like,
Yeah,
that happens,
there.
right?
Yeah.
So we just correct it.
So on that note, I mean, in past practice, I've just sent the MLS prior to making it go active to the seller in an email.
Right.
You have verification.
And have them review it, yeah.
I agree. So like what I would think is like, hey, it shouldn't be a requirement that it's the input sheet, because that's annoying.
It's annoying, right? Yeah, but we want the Plano
Hey, we either
anyway.
need a copy of the email that they said, yes,
Sure.
everything looks good for the MLS,
Yeah.
or they'll get the one pager signed.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
That's
because
really
I-
that's just really to
I
protect.
love all of you, but collectively as an industry, like chances are that agent's like, oh, I never sent it to the seller to get it checked, like.
I'm sure that happens, right?
Yeah.
I'm positive that happens. But again, like I said, that stuff is not, I mean, don't lie on it, but we're really not held to it.
Right.
They have to verify this stuff anyway. The buyers have to verify this stuff anyway. I just feel like it's an unnecessary waste of time.
Yeah.
To put that sheet in. But if there is anything you want to add, we can. But, you know, like, it's like the affiliated business agreement. Some of you are really diligent about getting that signed and some of you are not. It's only required if we're going to use an affiliated business, which if anybody's getting marketing from Magnus, then you have an affiliated business, right? So we have to get that signed for that vendor. So that's the thing, you know, we just gotta be more on tight. My big concern is, how do I defend a lawsuit 3 years from now? Paperwork, right? And I know a lot of you guys are storing paperwork on your hard drives or on an external hard drive or on even another system. But if you store your documents in DocuSign, we will always have access to them. Right? You'll never lose it. My computer completely reset about 3 weeks ago, just completely did a hard reset on its own, and I lost every document in there. Now, I had everything in DocuSign, so I could recreate the files. But that's a real concern moving forward, because you're not going to get sued for something you did today. You're going to get something you did you did 2 years ago.
By the way, you could have not done anything and your name's gonna show up on a lawsuit.
Right.
We have one going on because like, you know, the team slash agents are no longer. They're still in business, obviously, but, or maybe not obviously, but like lawsuit is going on in real time, you know, and everything was done properly, doesn't mean that like, oh, you did everything properly. We're going on month 3 or 4, just waiting to see what the outcome's gonna be, because that pissed off person's gonna sue everybody to see what they get, because the lawyers are saying what to them. Well, yeah, go after them, they have E&L, so.
Right, let's see, because we'll settle for 10,000, right?
Yeah, by the way.
We
you know,
will, we'll just settle for 10,000.
Yeah, also not fun when, you know, you're on the line for like $5,000, just pending the wait, you know, for your deductible to be protected by a lawyer.
Right.
So they're no longer with the brokerage, but you still have to.
Well,
Correct.
Because the
because
transaction
deals
was
are
done.
broker to broker.
Yeah.
So even if you leave, we're still have to defend your file,
Correct. Mhm.
because they're all broker to
Yeah,
broker.
all of you that have been with the previous brokerage, if somebody got pissed off, you know, one of your files later, that broker's gonna call you, be like, hey, we.
Hey, I need that file.
What happens to the team or the agent
In what regard?
in regards to the broker? Is the broker just on the hook for that, or is it more?
No, the agents are as
So the
well.
agents are.
Everybody
Yeah,
gets named. in the
Everybody gets named in the lawsuit, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody on the LLC, everybody gets named, like, it's crazy. And anybody can sue anybody for any reason, just so we're clear.
Yeah, whether,
It doesn't have to be correct or not, it's like,
yeah,
I've
like,
defended many
we're-
lawsuits that were
we
just.
feel
stupid.
great that this particular agent didn't do anything wrong, but it doesn't change the fact that this is going on.
We're gonna, they would get sued,
Yeah, it's not a good feeling
Yeah.
for anybody, right? You're like, I
right?
gotta deal with this. And by the way, it's for the spud sign, was this,
So-
did you have any communication, you know? But like, it seems so extreme, guys. It's just, I've been a witness to seller and a buyer having to go to court. It couldn't get handled in mediation through AAR. Like, and it came down to like, I had every screenshot of every text conversation.
Right.
The timing of things, like, hey, here's proof of this, like, and so some of it, like, what I personally realized, and Kyle, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
What I personally realized is we are getting late because we want to get to point A to B in the shortest amount of time.
Well,
Instead of protecting.
And I understand why we got lazy, right? Like, because in 22 or 21, I could just do anything and you sell a house, right? Like, it was just going like that. Now, I mean, I've heard it said several times, this is a sales job. If you're not a salesperson, this is gonna be tough for you moving forward,
Yeah,
right? And one thing salespeople know is document everything.
like you just said something like your hard drive crashed, like I've never even thought about the fact.
It
like,
just.
I could one day, like, might lose my phone and no longer have access to my text messages. And that contain a lot of stuff about a transaction I did 3-4 years ago.
Right, we should document everything.
So,
Yeah.
So
We were
I'm
always
just gonna
instructed
ask you to
yeah.
store all your documents in DocuSign. And that way we have access.
Yeah.
Through you to
this
get
is in
to
this
it.
area, this is exactly that, like, you don't think about it till it happens.
Till it
to
happens.
you, Unfortunately, and then by then, it's too late.
Too late, right?
Well, at this point, we've just been flooded with that stuff happening at such a big level, like, just don't put yourself in a compromising
My
situation.
personal opinion on things is the next set of lawsuits is gonna be around dual representation.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just has to be, right?
Yeah.
They went up for commissions.
Yeah.
There's just no way some lawyers are gonna pick up on dual representation, right? So if you're gonna do dual representation, you're gonna have to be super careful and document everything, because
Yeah.
that lawsuit, I'm just positive it's coming.
It'll also protect you for, well, it protected me for earnest money.
Earnest money, yeah, yeah.
Because, there was a communication through text message that didn't go through email, which Alex taught me. If someone sends you a text message to agree to something, send an email.
Send an email,
immediately, get it
yeah.
through email. But it almost went to arbitration. We almost lost $10,000 earnest money.
Right,
But because of a screenshot of a text message.
save 10 grand, yeah.
it just saved our butt.
Yeah, I would say anytime you have an agreement with a buyer or a seller about pretty much anything. It should be an email and we need kind of a thread, like you say something, they say something back, you reaffirm what they said. Right, so that we have that documentation later on. We got in a lawsuit one time about a referral agreement for 25%, and the agent lowered the price of the property. The listing agent lowered the price of the property and sold it, but he didn't do a change form in MLS to lower the price. And we ended up having to pay that referral agent the 25% of, the list price, the first list price, not the reduced price, because he didn't do a change form. He also had to do 30 hours of continuing education, so. I mean, it just. it's
That
out there.
hurts a little bit.
Yeah,
You know, like transaction just wants documents too.
I don't know why we're using transaction desk.
Previous one.
Yeah, I mean, transaction desk stores with when you leave, your transaction desk file store with the previous broker. Right, you don't have them anymore, they're over there. But I don't know why we're using transaction desk. If somebody can give me a good reason why,
Because
you have to recreate it.
no, because we don't know how to use DocuSign right would be my
You're doing
guess.
everything twice.
Oh, yeah,
no,
no.
It doesn't make any sense. I hear I don't have time, and then I see you guys using multiple
you for
systems
yelling
to do
at
the same thing. Right, like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well,
So,
and
I
a
don't-
reminder to the buyer broker do now.
What?
Buyer.
Oh, yeah,
broker do now.
buyer brokers are due upon signature now.
Now, we're not even waiting till July, people.
We haven't
Now.
been collecting them as an industry. Like ADRE never audited them, nobody cared. Moving forward, it's gonna be a deal. So buyer brokers have got to be submitted when you get them signed.
Yep.
It's just gonna. be-
With contract at the latest, right?
Right, huh?
With the actual purchase contract at the latest.
No, because it could be months behind.
Right, but if they get it signed on the day that.
Oh,
it's going out, that's what I'm saying,
yeah,
at latest,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
I don't know if I'd risk that. Get your buyer broker signed.
I
when
would
you get your
recommend
file.
that, I'm
Yeah.
just, we've had a lot of.
Don't get a
late
buyer broker
paperwork,
signed
so-
after you sold them a house.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like, let's get that signed up front.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Signing it before, let's say you have a buyer broker sign it, 2.5%. And then we're getting ready to go under contract with up to 3%. And then rewrite that 5.3%.
Well,
You know-
that hasn't changed.
Yeah, that hasn't changed
I
yet.
don't know what we're talking about it yet for.
Just we should say, do it on the day of.
No, you can't do it on the day. of.
No, I'm saying.
That
at
would
the
be a bad
latest,
idea.
You have to have your buyer broker submitted with your purchase contract.
Contract. No,
Yeah,
it needs to be
not
submitted. It needs to
executed.
be submitted when you get it signed.
Yeah, but it
Okay,
needs to be
the-
submitted when you get it signed.
Our agreement said that the seller's offering more than you put on your buyer broker.
We get the
agreement,
higher
you
of the
get
two.
greater of the two. In July,
And
that would
it
change.
may change.
That would be the lower,
We're not sure about that one yet,
well, yeah, correct.
right? DOJ hasn't signed off.
See, we're still, now we have more changes. Look it, we're never gonna be bored.
Right, so I'm just gonna tell you, we're preparing for a future that looks bleak, but it might not be that bleak.
Yeah.
But we're also getting you to do things that we should have been doing all along.
Yeah.
Right? The state didn't say, the law didn't change for buyer broker agreements. It was just kind of one of those things that was overlooked and not looked at. And just moving forward, it's gonna be looked at, so we just need to get in the habit of doing it.
Has anybody kind of experienced that in buyers? Like, anybody do like live transfer leads or meta buyer in open house in the past month?
Other question?
Good question, like, because every single one. Yeah, the older generation, but about 10 has asked me that exact question.
What,
How are you getting paid?
How are we getting paid? That's what you can ask directly from buyers?
Yes.
Directly to
Adult
buyers.
houses, and we're noticing it's the younger generation, so I think it's kind of the TikToks and the.
So like how are you gonna get paid? Cause I'm not paying you kind of a feel?
No, they just ask.
Or like just an inquiry to,
Getting.
Yeah.
interesting.
Same way I always have been. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
It's not my job. My job is to get you into a house and figure
We'll
that out.
figure the money out. But
They are-
I would have a conversation.
Interesting.
I always have. Sorry, that conversation, how that works, right? Right.
I told them, if you don't pay me, Rich will pay me. That's it.
But we can get into a whole
Where's
other
my rent?
conversation about that, right? Is there anybody in the room who doesn't think that offering a co-broke is the best way to go?
Cool, you're all are allowed to stay at the
You think you
brokerage.
guys are unique in the industry?
Yeah.
And you think there's an office full of listing agents that says, oh, hey, we're not gonna offer co-brokes anymore? We don't, like, I think we're making a big deal about this when we don't really have any evidence that it's a big deal. Right, we do need to tighten up our processes a little bit, and I will be the first to say that as an industry, we have been pretty lazy about our processes. We are paid to negotiate contracts, so we ought to know how to write one. Right?
I don't think it's gonna be us. I don't think it's gonna be like Keller Williams and every tax is gonna do it, but I think that there's gonna be the 999 listing.
Well, you understand $9.99 is just a bridge to a regular sale, right? Like,
Right, but I want.
look at the menu. So you can offer that.
but I wonder how that's gonna impact. Yeah, the industry.
They're seeing it in Washington already, like I said, about a quarter of the list.
Does anybody not remember 999? I mean, you've been around long enough to remember, you remember that? That company went broke. You can't, it's unsustainable.
Wasn't that?
999? No, 999 back in, twenty
Yeah,
ten.
no, it was.
List your house for 999. Maybe not remember that?
No.
And this is not new.
Yeah.
Yeah, 990's Hagen Associates, which, 72 sold out. He didn't own that anymore.
They make you all work.
Right. Well, no, there's a menu. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, yes, it's all à la carte. It's all stacked up
Right.
on it. It's just not,
We met a guy that owned a house. And
He's doing that.
And he's got his own open house, he's got to put his own signs on, he's got to advertise his own property.
It still hasn't sold.
right. Yeah.
oh, I have no idea
Because
why.
at the end of the day, they don't know what they're doing.
It's like you actually like need the expert.
We just said, okay, good luck with that, let us try to figure it out.
Yeah, 100%, man. Okay,
That's all I got. So
cool. Well, thank
I'm
you for-
available, just call me. You have something you want to talk over, we can talk it over. I can help you strategize on a deal, whatever you need. I can keep you out of court.
That's
But
why we call it
but Jeff
Wisdom
called me.
Wednesdays.
Pardon?
That's why we call it Wisdom.
Yeah, Wisdom Wednesdays. We had a pretty good discussion around the Benzer yesterday. If anybody has any questions about Benzer, it was a really good discussion around how to strategize with the Benzer. And and help your sellers out. On that process. So we're gonna do something every Wednesday. Something contract related every Wednesday, so.
Not just
11
the
to
purchase
1
of
is the
contract,
most.
not just the ER,
Not just, yeah,
just not those. We're gonna jump into all the
All
sequential
paperwork.
little pieces.
if you're curious about how to write a contingency. Buyer contingency.
Oh, that one comes up a lot.
Yeah,
Yep, that's a good one.
so we're gonna go through each form.
Is that what you're gonna do next week then?
So I'm gonna do actual purchase contract.
You're gonna do the actual
Actual
purchase.
purchase contract.
Okay, so purchase contract is coming up Wednesday next week.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay,
Will it be
Cool.
on,
Pardon?
Will it be on Zoom?
Okay.
yes.
I'm gonna give you my thing
Yeah,
on Zoom,
Kyle has a
okay?
different opinion than me.
I don't like Zoom. I
I'm
don't
okay
think
with
you
that.
get as much out of Zoom. It's not as interactive. I can't read you. I can't tell if you're actually looking at me like with a question on Zoom where I can look around the crowd and I can tell who's not getting it. And I can address that
Mm-hmm.
personally. I just don't feel like you get as much out of Zoom as you do out of a real life class. But we are gonna try to strive to have it on Zoom. But if you're around successful people, you will be more successful. And that's why we want you to come into the office, because we have successful people here, right? Pardon?
due to be here,
Pardon?
don't send out a Zoom. What? Gosh, thanks. I would have been.
I didn't send out a Zoom link for that.
I
class.
did,
Oh, you did?
I did, because I sent it out.
So in
Okay,
the future, we're gonna have Zoom links, but I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get a better education in person than you are on Zoom.
we're always gonna ask that you come in person. We just do have some people that are all the way across the town, and I know,
Yeah, I
like,
get it.
for whatever.
I drive an hour here every day.
Yep, so, well, there you go.
Like, I get it.
Kind of same thing, don't take,
Yeah,
the li-
getting cheaper.
I'm not gonna travel 30 minutes for a listing, right? Like, no, you should be able to travel,
If I make
you know,
20,000 selling a house, it takes for a lot of gas,
very true.
right?
And it, it's proven that collaboration and being with and we grow together, that it does. And the most successful ones in the office are collaborating with other people outside, you know what I mean? So, okay. Think we're going? Maybe we're going? Maybe we're not. That's okay. All right, awards and recognitions. Courtney, can I have you help me? Okay. So before we go into what everybody got, I am gonna say that the Culture Award is coming soon. And what that means is I'm looking for the perfect one, okay? Now, I did find a chicken, like winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so like, I like, it just has to be epic into who we are and loving each other and just having, food. And they're not here, but I know Austin's coming in, so I'll get us the words back. Okay. Okay, and then groups, Balin at third, Team Excellence at number 2, and then Team Uncommon at number 1. So if you want, come get you representing Team Uncommon or Angel, like both of you, like we love it. So piece number 2, this one's, it's still top volume. Should be enough. And then I have my teams.
This is all the written volumes.
Yeah, I know I have them. I like double triple check. Give me a minute. Okay. Sorry. Come on, see hot mess, you're a hot mess, I get it. All the things. Okay. Yes, no, maybe so. All right, so top listings taken volume. Okay. So did that just now click in to the next one?
It did.
It did, it just went straight.
Found it.
You did find it, okay.
There you go.
There we go. So individual agent number 3 is Miss Jessica. Number 2, we got Miss Lacey, and number 1, Mr. Hanson. For teams, BBO Luxury, and then for groups, and second is Team Uncommon, and first Team Excellence. Okay,
Nice job, guys.
yeah, so. Yeah, and then there's closed volume. I think that's closed volume. Okay, so for top closed volume, individual agent number 3 is Miss Phillips. In second is Mr. Hanson, and in first is Miss Lacey. Okay, teams, we have second is Arizona Realty, so Mr. Christian, and top is BBO. Then groups, we have Sync Realty. Second, we have Team Uncommon, and then first we have Team Excellence.
Nice job.
Okay. I am really excited to see what April looks like for you guys. So growth partner, is Austin. They, you know, brought in 2 to their team this last month. So it's pretty fun to see their team grow. And then has anyone got the market snapshot or are getting them from Kelly? Curious.
I get them.
Okay. Yeah, regurgitate it, man. So, versus last month, we're up and our new listings, we're still down from last year. Active listings, were also up from, last year and last month. And then closed listings, we're up for last month, but down for last year. Okay, median price has gone up everywhere, or average sales price. And then sold to list ratio is sitting at 97.8. Weren't we at like 100% at one time? Was that during like 2000?
Yep.
Yeah. And then the medium sales price is also up, okay? So obviously.
So I want to make a mention. So I wanted to walk up here. What number do you guys see right here on the bottom left? Yeah. What is that number? Out loud. Yeah. Who knows what it was just 2 months ago in February? Nope, 2 months ago. The answer is not up there, don't worry. I didn't make it.
They're all squinting.
I'm gonna say 2,000.
Okay. Throw numbers up here, guys, 3,800. Ooh, nice.
So now it's 4,000-ish.
that's worth it, yeah.
Ben was supposed to like 3,700 something. Okay, like I don't remember the exact number. Guys, in just 2 months, we've almost doubled our number of closed sales. Okay, the number last month was about 5,200. Okay, we are trending up in a big way. Like, you guys wrap your head around that. Like, we only had like 3,000 sales happening in February. Like 6,600 now. So the real estate is selling. I'm not really anybody complaining about real estate not selling. I think people are feeling a lot better, but like, that's a huge jump. Okay. So, and everything's pointing towards, you know, that number will be even bigger for April. Right. And so I just wanted to highlight that because I love these snapshots and I love that Magnus puts it together. They look fantastic. And I always feel terrible that I'm so lazy and never post mine. Courtney's really good about posting it when she gets hurt. So, and I'm always like, oh crap, that's right. And so new listings, I love the 20,000 number. We have a very healthy market, right? I know we can all probably say that it feels like a buyer's market, but yet we're seeing an upward trend in average sales price, right? We're seeing that, one thing about 20,000, I've always found it interesting. Cromford has always stuck with the theory that like we need 32,000 for active listings for a balanced market. And I go, I don't know, it feels pretty balanced right now, you know, with the exception of a couple people that put out the perfect property, you know, and sell overnight for multiple offers, right? So I think it's subjective, you know, like I think 32,000 and 3% interest rates. I think right now it's 20 to 25. We probably feel a little bit more balanced with interest rates right now. That being said, it's all based on population, why they come up with that number. But you know, so I really want you guys to be able to digest this, and you should be able to go to your clients and go, hey, the best properties will sell quickly, but the not best properties will not, because there are options. Okay, so that's what your listing appointment should look like when you sit down with your clients. So, okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Like it. I like it. Okay, so when I talked about that, we're doing a lot, we're gonna continue to do a lot. And we need you guys to be able to do it, okay? When we're gonna do an event, we need y'all, you know, the things that you guys are asking for, we're doing plug and play for you, so we want that participation. We're not putting events on just to put them on, okay? We're doing it so it's an opportunity for you guys to jump in and duplicate your business and have reach outs and have value and do those things, okay? So every Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesdays, 11 a.m. with Kyle here, okay? Training. Tuesdays is listing mastery class. Again, I can't stress enough that the top 20% literally wrote a whole list and 85% of it is in the listing mastery class, okay? Two-part tech series. We do have Matt Meyer, who is a regional tech director, coming in on the 21st of May. He will be teaching Website 101 because why? We have this amazing website that we can customize and do all the things, and we don't know how to use it. Okay, it's built into our CRM, allows our leads to do what? Funnel right into our CRM. So he's going to come teach on that at 10 a.m. And then on June 4th, again, 10 a.m., he's going to go through website 202. So that's going to be more specific to landing pages. You know, so you want to have a specific landing page for your listing or an event or a program that you guys are running or whatever. That's going to be the class for you. Okay. And again, he's our regional tech director. So every Thursday is a social media mastery class. Okay. You guys are walking away actually doing stuff in all these classes. And then May 23rd, we have hacks on taxes. So if you guys did the summit with us for the state of the company, you'll remember NW Premier there. I forgot their book. Everything's in my office. Okay. But they sent me a whole bunch of books. We're gonna do a whole bunch of fun things, but they're gonna show us how to get more back on our taxes with some hacks. Okay, as real estate agents specifically. Okay. There'll be tons of stuff to win and all the fun things. Social events, happy hour.
What?
Happy hour.
Yeah. Everybody that's capped, we have a happy hour for all of our cappers.
I thought I was bad with like my little corny like swings to things, but Cappy hour. Okay, Cappy hour, April 30th, 4:30 p.m. Where is that?
There's a slide on it.
Oh, we have a slide. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, Red Day is May 9th. Okay, let Darian have more on that in a minute. Okay, so I'm actually really excited about this. Listing mastery class next week. We have Alex versus Eric Bully. Okay, two high-level scripters. And the cool thing this time is they battle each other off. We're gonna learn about concepts and scripts. We're gonna do those things, okay, for our listings. But specifically, I mean, last time I wanted to put put them on the each side of a like whiteboard so they couldn't like see each other when we did this. You know, so kind of felt more like you were cold calling or you know, you didn't know what to say, right? We didn't end up doing that. So this time the objections are going to be under your chairs. They don't know what you're going to throw out at them. You don't even know. Okay. So we're going to kind of keep them in the hot spot and go through a few rounds. So if you want to really learn how to be really good at scripting and be able to utilize some of KW's techniques or beyond that, because we have so much beyond that as well, and then see them kind of duel it. And I need a microphone by next Tuesday somewhere, please. Microphone. Yeah. Okay. So that's there. It'll be here 1 to 4. Also, call nights are coming back. So call it Tuesday, right? Because it's Tuesday, we call Tuesday and call it Tuesday, whatever. So we are going to be working with Reggie and Jody, and we're going to do a call night. They're bringing leads, pizzas, all the things, right? Also really good converters. So whether it's leads that you're looking for, okay, cool. I don't want to be a lead pimp for the record, so it's not about that. We're never going to give you leads without teaching you how to fish for them. Okay, but we're going to make calls. We're going to have fun. It's a great way to collaborate. Let's work on our scripting. I'll have books and scripts out too, from various things, and let's just hone our skills, right? Because we have to show our value. So working on it more than ever is going to be needed. So do expect call nights to be back on Tuesday nights. Okay. So if ever you're like, hey, you know, I'm afraid of calling. Nothing from the peanut gallery.
Is there food? Margaritas?
Can you not read? I do have a alcohol thing on the top of the. You guys bring margaritas, whatever you guys want to do.
I have margarita gift baskets.
Well, I guess someone's already providing margaritas on the gift basket. Love it. Okay, so please don't miss this, guys. Like, let's work on our scripting. I'm gonna be there. Am I calling leads? No, I'm calling recruits, right? I want to share this world with everybody else. So I'll be lead genning with you guys as well. Okay. Okay, Red Day is May 9th. It'll be 1 to 5, and we are doing a blood drive. I am aware that some of you are squeamish over the red stuff that falls out of our bodies. Technically, it's blue until it hits oxygen, but that's cool, not here. We will be doing this with Variant, I believe is the company. This is a great thing. We're going to really work as we move on to these events moving forward, having these packages in which you guys can just distribute the way you guys need to, so that you can bring your people in and have value. Okay. Always need blood drives. This one is actually this drive, just so you know, I didn't put it up here. And I didn't put it up here because it was personal, but it's actually about women who have babies who lose too many. That's what this round of donations is going to. And they're going to take a portion of any monetary donation too and apply it to that. But anybody who's had babies and extra stuff, blood, right? I did that with my youngest. It was really scary. So there's a lot of transfusions that are needed. So that's what this blood's going to go to. So, you know, we do a lot of things with kiddos and moms and families and dads, you know what I mean? So I can't even talk about, so you get where I'm going. So I'm going to move past this. All right, the hacks with Nathan and Mike and Nathan are hilarious. We had the chance to go with them to Vegas, and I'm pretty stiff and I don't loosen very well. It was really fun being with them. They're pretty awesome. So again, they're gonna come do the hacks with us on the 23rd. So you guys all got an email with the event thing to link to be able to zero out your code for it. So please get it. If there's someone that you know wants to be a part of this, you know, that's going to benefit from this, please. Like, this is, again, we're putting these on to help benefit, save you guys money, make more money, you know, have other lines of income, all kinds of things. Okay, so we're going to take about a couple minutes, and we can throw the chill pill around again too, but buyers, listings, and other needs and wants. Okay, so I know that Kevin just said, I've got a listing that needs a little bit of work. There's no appliances. It's sitting in Sun City. It's somewhere around 250. And he needs someone to take it because it's not moving. Okay. He reached out to Bryce and Lacey and collaborated, right? This is our chance. So what y'all thought? What you got? What you got? This should be like, do you remember those old cartoons where someone go around the corner and a guy pops up in a little jacket and he's like, okay, it's like that. Come on.
Want to buy a lot?
Yeah, what you want? What you want?
I got a buyer lead.
Okay, buyer lead.
Buyer lead between the sevens, in uptown, 2,000 square footage between 500 and 800,000.
Okay. Okay. So look, can you narrow the cross streets a little bit more?
Between 7th Street and 7th Avenue, uptown, so between.
Oh, uptown. Okay, got it. All right, who else?
I have 2 land deals, one out in Buckeye and one in Litchfield Park. So the one in Litchfield Park's not listed yet. It's 1 acre irrigated land in Litchfield Park, which is real rare. And another one in Palo Verde for 7 acres. So if anyone needs someone looking for like horse property, I got it.
She got it, see.
I think yours have, permits for
No.
water and,
It's gonna have water, the one in Litchfield will have water and electric.
Water and
into it,
electric, right.
Which is big,
that's a huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Irrigated with water and electric.
yeah.
Perfect. What else we got? I'm actually looking for property in North Phoenix right now. Preferably horse property, doesn't have to have any stalls or anything on it. Could be anywhere from 5 to $1 million. Doesn't have to have a pool. Now it's a preferred to have no pool. Doesn't have to be completely remodeled. It just can't be a completely gut from the ground up. So Kyle,
Yeah, I got one, Desert Hills coming up. It's a little bit higher, it's at 1.4.
no, let me know.
Acre and a half.
Yeah,
Horse stalls are there.
okay, we'll get together. See how that worked?
I might have someone too.
Okay, yeah, do you see how that worked? Right, it's like, we can network together, guys. Okay, all right, what do you got, Bryce?
22 Townhouse, Gilbert or Chandler,
Buyer or listening?
fire.
Buyer, okay,
What price one?
yeah,
About 475.
425.
Commercial for myself, I'm a preferred lender for a builder that builds on 1 acre. They're all 4 homes on a well, so we're the lender that helps them with all the FHA, like they have to use me, so it's awesome.
That's awesome.
And right now he has about 9 to 10 properties and they're all in Goodyear, Whitman, kind of out there, but they're horse property type.
Okay, okay, like it, okay.
It's our-
CLD?
Yeah, CLD, that's one.
Okay, Alex, and then, did you have some?
Yeah, I do have an investor that's, like, that typical, like, looking for anything, but they are extremely solid. They are not looking to be the type to like give you a price and then change. So if your clients have been like, well, you know, I'll see what's on Open Door or OfferPad, like, if you're just wanting a solid cash offer, like, let me know and we can get something over it. It's already on the MLS. We've already seen it, so.
Okay,
But, you know, if you have something off market that your client would like to know, then get moved, just let me know.
okay, perfect. Kevin, and then we're gonna get to eat, get through and get to eat.
Okay, we'll take a new listing, North Peoria around Happy Valley in 107th, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 485.
Okay, good area.
I have a question.
All right.
Are you in the
Are we
raffle?
shouting out listings that we got? Sorry.
I just want to make sure. That's all asking. Sorry.
You want to give us stuff?
Do you want to run the meeting, Mike?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll go real
I
quick.
saw the initial
Yes,
slide.
we're gonna go real fast. Okay. Value 2, articulate your value. This has been a big one with KW.
Value squared.
Okay, I am gonna power through. So like,
Value squared, it's called value.
oh, it's
squared.
value squared. Well, whatever.
This is the last one.
It's
This
the last
is-
one.
Guys, if you haven't heard the pitch on this is Gary, Jason, and Jay Papasan. They are going to be all crammed together in front of one camera in Gary's office for 4 hours. And it's the last live one before they put out a recorded version that you can watch later. But it's been great, very interactive. There hasn't been an agent that has watched it, hasn't been like, I'm sorry, let me put this on an even bigger pedestal. Our #1 agent between the 2 offices, individual agent, right? Rebecca Durfee, 1.5 million GCI, says, I needed that extremely badly. Like, that was one of the best classes I've ever taken.
Okay,
So
we'll send it out.
everyone can better their best, even our best. Okay,
So because this is going to be next week, you guys are gonna start getting a Sunday email from me with the prep for events next week. And kind of a closing one each week as well, so we'll make sure we have that there, so we can all take advantage of it, okay? I see phones up, so when I don't see them up,
if you don't get to the scanning on time, you will be able to find it on kwconnect.com.
or we'll email them.
April 25th, which is what, sorry, next Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, happy hour. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you're capping and all the things, we'll have to let you guys know exactly where it is.
Invite coming soon.
Huge, yeah. We do have Spiro and Rebecca Durfee speaking on the panel at the Desert Summit. We have shared this a few times. Okay, we've got a lot of people. I've been able to travel with a lot of people through KW. It's amazing. I probably know about most of the panel. I've worked with them. It's insane. So a lot of high level people, Jonathan and everybody. So, you know, you guys want to go, we've got the ticket for you. I'll resend the flyer out. You guys know
So if you
anyone who
scan
wants to
that
go?
QR code, that's gonna be for the tickets. I believe they're still early bird. Even the event is next week. It's down in Chandler. It is a 2-day event. It's at a Marriott. They are going, you know, they did nice space and everything included.
Yeah.
If you would like to figure out how to get a free ticket to that event, then go and talk to Rachel and or me. And I do
Yes.
want to let you know, like, those two are speaking. We want to obviously highlight our agents that have been asked to speak at the panel. There are 15 different agents from our region speaking, plus high executives, and our training people are also keynote speakers, including John Spidey, who's our president of growth for KWRI.
Yep. And he's neat to listen,
He's-
talk.
yeah.
Yeah, he's actually pleasant. Okay, right day again. Mega Agent Camp, so you'll start to see the push for this. It's August 12th to the 15th, right? This is the thing, like family reunion. This is meant to lead your business, okay? And to jump in and not just be this, but be the best version of agent you can possibly be, okay? And collaborate with the best of the best. Okay, so again, I'm gonna power through a little bit right now so we can do the things. I will send these
My goal is
portions
if
of
we
slides
know
up.
that a good amount of us are going by July, that we can even get an Airbnb, so we can minimize the cost.
Yeah,
for
just minimize
accommodation.
everything,
Like,
yeah.
we've had agents be able to, you know, stay for like $200 for the entire trip, $100 a night.
Yeah.
You know, instead of having to worry about the hotels. Austin's really great about Airbnb. We stayed in like a 13-bedroom place, last year. So, but we need to know, I feel like we can't be planning this August 1st, right?
No.
Yeah, so start looking if you can fit that into your budget. Make that sacrifice and pour into yourself. You know, it's such a great time. I love Austin. We party for. So.
Yes, and I went to Vegas. They do party hard.
Yeah.
Profit Camp, with Jeannie Osnes or Osnes. So again, I will send all these pieces out to you guys. The QL Summit 2024, here's some of the pricing. So
Can I say something just real
Yep.
quick? So here, you guys pull out, if you have kids, pull out, well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. If you have young adult kids, pull out
I'll
your
say-
phone and scan this. This is the Quantum Leap course. It is the best course this company teaches. It is, even though you'll be like, wow, these are models they talk about in the MREA, or I can apply to my real estate business. This is as like about your life and thinking of future proofing your life in so many capacities. It's the best thing that Gary has ever put together.
Yeah.
The reason for the different pricing is because of that. They have like young adults, then actual, like, you know, for us as an age page, and then a virtual version as well for that 59. So like, do yourself the favor with this course. It's like mind blowing.
Always respect our TCPA rules or any texting, all the things.
Yeah, stop making a legal call.
Yeah, please. Next team meeting is May 16th, so be prepared because we're gonna line things up pretty good for that. Okay, so we do have our 50-50 raffle, enter to win. It supports what we call an AHA fund. Okay, and an AHA fund means someone gets sick, something happens, one of us doesn't go beyond this market center. Okay, something happened and it's our ability to pitch in and financially kind of bridge a little bit of that. So we will be doing our 50-50 raffle. There's no limited tickets. They're $1 too. So the winner gets the following, 50% of the buy-in pot and a chance to freebie, to win all the previous collected funds from the raffle. We don't have the Queen of Hearts, do we? We don't have, do we just use the regular deck of cards?
Yeah, we're gonna have to buy a set for over here. We were
Okay.
doing it together with the
So
other so.
be prepared that we're gonna start this next month when we have a better thing. So your couple little cash, can we have like a Venmo to Zelle or?
No,
we
everybody's
got-
bringing cash,
just
like,
cash.
so.
So just
bring
cash. Yeah.
It's like a baseball game, 50-50, right? Half goes to
Yep.
pot, half goes to you.
Yep.
And AHA stands for agent helping agent.
Yep, okay, perfect.
So I.
Yeah.
Just gotta say about AHA, I've been with offices that have a pretty significant AHA presence, and we have been able to pay. If you can do something with your AHA fund, Keller Williams International will typically at least match. But I've seen them go way over matching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We paid for an entire funeral once.
The goal with the off fund is to grow it to a point that if something happens to like one of our agents, that we have a fund that we built up that we can help support them. As we also go to submit an application with KW Cares.
Right.
And it's great to be able to help somebody, if you're going through that, I'm sure your income takes a hit, right? You're
Yeah.
not worrying about your business, but rightfully so, right? So.
Okay, so as always, our DMC is there. If you've not signed up for it, we should probably start checking that again. Cause they're running new stuff out again, correct, Alex? You know, new updates and stuff like that.
Yep.
So, you know, guys, we're communicating with you. I mean, I don't know how many more ways I can communicate with you. Email, text, the best text, you know, social, you know, phone calls, being in your face when you're here, all the things, okay? So, just, let's dive into this next quarter together. Okay, let's eat. We're gonna pull raffle while you guys are doing that. Lunch has been sponsored by, homes.com. Our 2 raffle gifts from Mike and, from Kent at One Home. So we will pull for these 2. So stick around, let's eat, let's collaborate, let's do the things, let's laugh. Someone ring the freaking bell for me and get some music going. It's too quiet, guys. Okay, everybody online, Lisa, Daniel, Karen, Nicole, adore you. Let me know if you need anything.
You'll love us for example.